This is a story about an old car and a stupid plan. Because the good ideas are usually the boring ones. Because hey, what could possibly go wrong? We are back to normal roads. I mean, normal for our standards, asphalt, and also lakes with beautiful views. I mean, just look at this gorge behind me. Absolutely beautiful. And we're heading straight to Dushanbe. We will stay for 2 nights. Dem Hinterherbalancen war doch gar nicht so dumm.
Ja, das ist schnellstens.
Aber der fährt echt schnell. Alter, nee, jetzt wird's unangenehm gleich. Oder? Weiß nicht. Oder? Okay, so following a local who's speeding through this tunnel without lights. With over 80 kilometers per hour. Absolutely scary experience. Racing through the tunnel of death in Tajikistan. Incredible. We were advised not to open the windows because the air is really unhealthy here. So that's what we do, and it's getting really warm in the car already. Okay, made it out of this tunnel behind us. Kind of scary experience, and now we're back. Here's a brother, and here's a beautiful view to go with it. So, cool. Off to Dushanbe. After, let's put it this way, a little more off-road experience than planned, we made it truly back to civilization, and we just entered Dushanbe, the capital city of Tajikistan. We'll stay for 2 nights. It does feel good to have some good asphalt under the wheels, rolling along, no shaking, no dust.
Tarmac.
It's called tarmac. My brother has corrected me. Sorry for that. That's a German in me saying asphalt, but tarmac is a great word. Thanks, Sonia. Dushanbe is a mix out of green parks and very representative buildings. Everything is very new and beautiful. You can see that there's a very strong focus on keeping the capital city of Tajikistan beautiful, clean, shiny, and representative. Checked into a hotel. First, there wasn't any power for a while, so we had to wait some time before finally taking a shower. But now even this crazy guy is showered and fresh. And yeah, walking down Dushanbe streets, looking for something to eat. So I got some new tires. Oh, actually 1 tire. I was actually considering to get 80 tires, but here we go. For 30 euros I got a second-hand summer tire, because you know what? We can do it on summer tires. And we can also do it without 4-wheel drive and without a 4x4 and without a big overrider. After 2 relaxing days in Dushanbe, we're back on the road and we're heading straight towards the Pamir Mountains. So definitely one of the main highlights of this tour ahead. Dushanbe was quite relaxed, used the time to work a bit on the video, organize some things for the trip, print our permits, because for the Pamir Highway you need some special permits that we applied for a few days back, and get all these rather boring but important things done, enjoy the room with AC, and yeah, now back on the road. We're heading to a camping spot, and there's again of course some traffic on the road. The camping spot is supposed to be at the lakeside. And yeah, it's 6 in the evening, 20 past 6, so easy small ride today before tomorrow we head into the mountains. Let's hope this gate won't be locked tomorrow when we want to leave. And straight ahead you can see the lake already, a little bit. Looking absolutely beautiful. So the spot was not exactly great. I mean, it was close to the lake, but some container blocked the view. It was behind a gate that was open, so it was not that comfortable. That was the first try using iOverlander. But now we are checking out the second spot to give iOverlander a second chance, because somehow Park for Night is not very popular here. There are no spots at all. And we're still driving for about half an hour through absolutely beautiful evening light and landscapes. Found a beautiful camp. Well, Anya put up his tent. I started cooking a bit. And now it's time for my cooker and some cooking, because today we eat potatoes. Anya's favorite. This guy's excited already. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here. There's a small stream next to us. You can hear some frogs making frog noises. And then the sunset in the background. Absolutely great. Big spot. We had an early start, got up at 6:30 to escape the heat a little bit. And heat won't be an issue soon anymore, because we're heading straight to the mountains. Okay, we just made it to the GBAO region, which is like an autonomous region in Tajikistan where you need an extra permit. At the first military checkpoint. with some nice Kalashnikovs. And then we continued driving a bit and directly got stopped by the police because I forgot to wear my seatbelt. First he wanted to see some money, but normally, you know, some friendliness does it as well, so he let us go after a few words. And now we're heading straight to the Afghan border, towards the Panji River. So far the roads in Tajikistan are actually very good. I mean the main roads, except for some scary tunnels maybe in between. But the main roads, I mean, have maybe a hole here and there, so you have to be a little bit attentive by the part of that. Driving in Tajikistan is good. Much better than Uzbekistan, for example, in terms of main roads. Driving along the Tajik-Afghan border and the views over the Panji River, which marks the border between Tajikistan and Afghanistan, that is absolutely beautiful. I can directly see that on the other side, the country is much less developed. There's no tarmac, only small dirt road track leading up the hill. No cars, we only saw one small motorbike so far, or rather a scooter. And very, very empty little villages without any cars standing there either. And the side. You can see quite a lot of military along the road, because there are quite a few of military bases as well. But they're usually youngsters that look kind of bored. Standing here at the Afghan border in the burning heat. Can't say I'm jealous. Okay, so small break. In the shadow, there's a water source and a small table at the roadside. Was the first comfortable looking space here for a while, because it's actually quite hot, about 40 degrees, and not many shadow spots available along the road. So we took the advantage and cooked a little bit something right now. And I made a few steps up this mountain and was directly greeted by 6 soldiers telling me not to venture off the road because we're in the border area. I mean, right behind me is Afghanistan on the other side of the river, which you can't quite see yet. It was actually lined with the military here. So we're driving along the Panji River for a few hours already. And now we're reaching Kalaikum, which is an interesting spot because 11 years ago I drove in this region with a bike, and that's why I joined the Panji River for taking a smaller mountain pass to get here. Today was a hot day and we reached the town of Kalaikum, which is a border town to Afghanistan, and we decided to park the car in a nice parking spot in front of a supermarket and take a hostel for a night to relax a bit. And the hostel's right behind us at the water, absolutely beautifully situated. Oh, there's traffic here. We made it. So a great place to relax, because also a problem is that camping at the border is not exactly easy. We had a small lunch break and I ventured off the road and directly was greeted by some soldiers telling me not to leave the road. So yeah, camping isn't great here. So 20 euros for 2 nights, for 1 night for 2 people. Sounds like a good bargain. Yeah, Tajikistan is fun. Some cows, some people, some cars, my brother, and there you can see Theodor's rooftop tent. Everybody's here. So we're in the center of Kalaikum, and BMW is very popular here, as you can see. That's the only other BMW I saw so far. And yeah, we're in the absolute center. There's actually quite a fancy hotel behind us. Many very inquisitive, happy children that like to use their few words of English, asking what our name is and saying hello. And yeah, I guess it's the city hall. Quite a representative building here. So rather early morning in Kalaikum. Still using one of the last petrol stations here to get some decent fuel. Well, 92 octane is the best you get here, but that should be fine. And yeah, early stop because the road is closed up ahead because of construction works, and if we're lucky they'll open it around lunch for 1 hour to let all the traffic pass, so we're targeting that. And as a small surprise, we'll still take a French hitchhiker with a small bike on the roof of our car with us to cross this difficult part of the road. Okay, so made it to this famous construction site, and it's not open yet, which is hopefully a good sign because it should open soon. We're not too late. And yeah, it's a small overlander meeting spot here. Surprisingly many Germans, and Theodor stands out with this different dimension. Yeah, quite rare these things where you can have a look at the car from underneath, and yeah, since we use some car a bit more often than we like to really look at the damage looks quite fine. The exhaust got a dent and also the bodywork of the car, but nothing really bad. And now I also found out that the protection underneath the car is full of dirt, so I took that off to take out the stones. Okay, somewhere in Tajikistan, close to the Afghan border, and yeah, you can see that, you know, if people come to Tajikistan in crazy cars, they end up here. Never saw so many overlanders in one spot on this trip so far. Okay, we drove a few meters further because this is the tent and motorbike from Dennis, a guy from Dresden, Germany, and we spent the night in the same hostel a few days back, and I forgot some stuff there that was drying, and he brought it to me. So yeah, mutual camp, and I'll get my socks and pants back. That's absolutely great. After a nice camp tonight with some good company from Germany and friends, we are heading along the Panji River to Khorog, the biggest settlement along the Panji, before the road either goes up to the mountains or along the Vakhan Valley, along the river. So we found a small roadside gym, and of course we have to use it after sitting in the car for a while. It's of course not easy in this burning heat, but not too bad. So along the Tajik-Afghani border, there are a few markets, which, well, marketplaces for Tajik and Afghan people that can trade goods here on no man's land, and we're about to check one of them out.
This is an Afghani market. Many Pashtun. Burza Rafshan. All the people selling here are Afghani. Wow.
Well, that was exciting. I got a new sun hat. Good for the sun on 4,000 meters next week, which is very strong. And yeah, well, filming was not allowed, or photos generally on the market, so we just took a few not so obvious ones. And yeah, it was full of Afghan people selling stuff. Everything. Clothes, food, cosmetics, electronics, even car parts. Yeah, shook quite a few Afghan hands. Many friendly people here. Hey, we made it to Khorog. So we had a nice, pleasant company from Johan, who's standing right behind me, repairing his bike, because this crazy guy is hitchhiking and cycling through this entire region, and now he's preparing and leaving again. Hey, hey!
Привет, с Памиром!
Таджикистан, да?
Памир, Таджикистан! Мое имя Шорох. Вот это Khorog, Бадахшан. Я с тачкой работаю здесь. Вот 25 лет я здесь работаю. Ну, тачка, рабакаш. Мое имя Шорох.
Очень приятно.
Спасибо.
Спасибо. I mean, look at this bike, perfectly packed. And it's foldable, so that's how I do it, hitchhiking and cycling the world. So you can see many color flags in the background because the president will be visiting Khorog soon. So also many people wear traditional dresses because today they will train the dancers and the applause when the president will have a speech in the stadium. So we'll go there a bit later, of course, to look what's going on there. was quite impressive. So many people, just the vast amount. Yeah, that's what I do for the president if he visits. Here's some more impressions of this training, because I guess it's not something you see every day. Somewhere at the absolute end of the world in Tajikistan in the mountains. Stadium full of girls dancing. Incredible. Okay, once again a simple place to stay. We paid about $20 for 2 people for one night and had a shower, which was great, before venturing into the crazy mountains later today. But first, this place is absolute paradise, full of fruit trees which we can, well, serve ourselves as much as possible. It's included in the price. And yeah, green, lush countryside around us. Absolutely great place to stay for one night.